So, this is part 5.2.2, episode 13 of the Power Level 19 compendium, Playing for Lines, the second game of Playing for Lines. So, let's see the game. I won't repeat the basic theoretical things. This using as much space on the right as possible and going to the left with the pieces that fit the left in a very good way. Only about this controlled holes, but now only if there's something worth attention or another pattern not that typical, or clearing when something happens, accidental Tetris, just not literally placement by placement, because it kind of makes no sense ever. There are these obvious ones. There's a lot of obvious placements. It isn't about the simple placement overall, it's about the whole idea, and the idea is followed here. Of course, taking into consideration everything overlaps with playing for Tetrises and clearing all the time. And there is something to say immediately. This is a mistake in I think. It should go here. But I think it was very aggressive starting setup to get second column Tetris. Because there's 0-0 lines, so why not to try it? In case of playing for lines, it shouldn't go here for sure. Now it must. I think it's good because it's only one line and a simple clearing. I also want to repeat this simple ideas because it would be too much repeating the same all the time. Everything's fine here, and now we have this setup I was talking about a few episodes ago. Horrible in case of playing for Tetrises, and in case of playing for lines. You can burn everything, and if the RNG wants it, create Tetris out of it. In this case, it's if it goes here and then here, there's a great chance to create a Tetris. And with the setup, filling it in this way very often gets pieces that open the hole immediately in situations like this. Everything again, this controlled hole. Now a little bit more from left to right. The whole idea stays the same. Now it's a measure of very fortunate S to clean, to burn these two lines immediately. Now it's a little bit burning, but should be totally fine. Still nothing. It happens. It can, if in case of playing casual games, it was asking to set up a Tetris here. Let's try to set up for Tetris by putting it here, because there's this early burn setup, and if great pieces doesn't come, it must get, there must be something to burn. And again, from right to the left. No, I put it here because uh, uh, it isn't 4 high, only 3 high, so putting it here immediately uh, avoids, get rid of any problems after burning it using an S with access to the, with future perspective, access to the this tool comes. I mean, after this burn, if it's filled, now there's perfect dust needed to the left, and if it's still there, then it can be a little bit unpleasant. So that's why this long bar goes here. And again, L to the left, repeating the same things because lots of things do repeat. And this is the control tool. Now maybe I would have, even while playing for lines, I would have, this game is pretty old, I'm not old, it has got almost 3 months, it was played about 3 months ago. Now I would have go with, at least with this first long bar here, and with the second bar here too, because now it's great chance to get a Tetris. And a maze drop. Probably this was to be put here, but I know I misdropped it, so I will manage to put it here. Probably. I cannot be sure because I just don't remember things like this. It's the most probable option is I want to put it here and then here. This I mean I wanted to put it here and then here, but after I know this S was wrong, I put it here. This T was there was mistake. There was a mistake on the T. I put it here, and now I think this T shouldn't burn it immediately, but can. It would be slightly better maybe to wait a little bit, because this one can be burned all the time, while there's a chance to burn both of them, and with such covered hole, this one line really makes a difference. But fortunately there's dust to put the O here, and again using this space on the right, it's obvious this point is great. Without this point the board is very bad. Without this point the board is very bad. With this point it's it should be totally savable. Now this beautiful adjustment, it isn't adjustment, but beautiful way of putting the piece this way, so that after burning something here, this well is opened, this hole is opened, not closed. Which gives a lot of better chances to burn it without greater problems. I think their placements like this here instead of here make the difference between uh, I mean, in case of stacking, not in case of technique, but in case of stacking, uh, makes the different make the difference between uh, having being in this complex boards or being in simple boards. I think this board is very simple. You know what to do. There, it's going to be very hard to overcombine something if there is regular RNG. Yes, everything's just this all should have gone to the left, I think. Here immediately, but this is okay. Also, this one goes and this one also to the left, but maybe I thought something, I felt something must come to fill the hole here. This is a mistake. This long bar is a mistake because it uh, leaves two same holes here and here, so this was very bad. It should go to the left, to the right here. That was kind of the burning pattern, but still nothing but happens. Again, using this space on the right, space on the left. It's all the time the same if the board is clean. Now maybe that was not risky, but looks kind of scary maybe. This all should have gone here. If no dust to put it here, maybe here. This is a kind of risky because something is needed in this opened I mean T or L, not Z, because there is this point. This point would be empty and this one point would be filled. It's closed. The left is closed. Something opened is needed to not to get into burning trouble. Maybe this must go here, but maybe the second L should burn it immediately in this case because there's no this point is empty. It's going to create a lot of problems with access to the left. Fortunately, the long bar came on time, immediately true. And this is an epic fail. Over combining this way, simple solutions are better. Maybe I have seen this is the 100th line there because there's absolutely no reason to burn it here. No tactical, strategical reason to burn it here, to put it here. It should go here, a lot of space on the right and such placement with such loaded. This is beautiful. I mean, anti-beautiful. But we're again in the burn setup. This line is getting burnt, then L, long bar, you must deal with it. It doesn't matter, it's 100 lines. It works everywhere the same, no matter if it's tournament game or any game, it's just the same all the time. This is also very nice. In level 19 it's at some point of cleaning, like for example this, when you're very low, but when you're without these two bottom lines, game is everywhere, literally everywhere exactly the same in case of attitude. You must do these patterns, this. I don't know if the pattern is proper word. Correct me if it isn't. Or if there's somebody who watches it and watched and ran through this all these videos. Wow, you're amazing if you did, if you handled my I don't know uh, what if you handled what I'm doing here for that long time to correct me if there's no pattern. I don't know if it's a pattern. What does the pattern mean? Should focus on the game. It's a compendium and I'm looking for what pattern means. Yes, I think it's pattern. It's everywhere the same. Uh, so it goes here and another miserable chain reaction. Game is over. One stupid placement and the game is over. This is how beautiful for level 19 is. I mean, not this miserable didn't lose the game, but there are how many things were needed to kill the game. It's also an example in this case. There's one mistake, everything's okay, still relatively okay. The second mistake, that huge total blunder, uh, really huge mistake, and everything's savable. This should go here, I think, but still everything's right for three mistakes. This goes just savable because after this here it's possible to somehow maintain four mistakes, and the fifth mistakes there was no dust, so this is the fifth mistake here in a moment. Here there was no dust, it was moved in the very last moment, 6, and then I instead of putting it here or somewhere in the middle, I wanted to still to get them to the right. 6 mistakes were needed to kill the game. 6 mistake on PAL level 19. This also shows about how there's all these RNG things, well, or at least most of them aren't true. The RNGs, but 6 mistakes were needed to kill on PAL level 19. This RNG nonsense is this. All this RNG is but RNG isn't, but 6 mistakes killed me. 5 after 5, 6 savable. This shows how bad in true we all are still, and we will be for a very long time. Of course in classic Tetris. Okay, I think it's everything for this episode. There was a chance to burn this one line using an S. In the next 100 lines game. So thanks, bye.